Yeah. All right. Okay. That's fine. Listen,
Josh Altman.
Oh! Hold on.
Stupid
Listen,
car.
it just put it. If it's not in writing, then it's not an offer. I'm sorry. Okay.
Always
Bye.
negotiating. How you been, brother?
What's up?
Yeah. Long time no see.
This guy
been like
wants
a
to
week.
say, he's telling me he's making an offer on my house, one of my clients, but he doesn't want to put it in writing. So you
What?
know the rule. If the
If it's
pen
not in
doesn't hit the
writing-
paper,
Yep.
so it's done.
Good seeing you, man.
What's up, brother?
Not much. Come on in.
All right, we're gonna go check out some cars.
Cars, real estate. Who knows? Maybe you buy Bugatti today.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah. How you been?
I'm doing amazing. So everything in here is for sale, right?
Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale except myself.
All right, there you go.
I never sell myself.
See, I sold myself to the real estate gods a long time ago.
Yeah, so I don't know how long you've been here, but this is my newest acquisition.
What are we looking at here?
Well,
Because this is
here-
a crazy color, obviously.
Yeah, so this color combo was the color of the car. Ayrton Senna won the first Formula One race with McLaren team in 1988. It was a Marlboro livery, exact same two-tone, obviously different. That was a Formula One car, but it was number 12, so I got number 12 on it. And I got everything in basically, polished carbon.
Oh.
$247,000 in options.
This is what we do when we get in a car this expensive. Chi, boom, boom. Whoa. I mean,
You know what's the coolest thing with this car? Start button. Where do you think the start button is? You're sitting on it. I'm just kidding. It's right up there.
but that would have taken me the entire episode to find out where the start button was. It's like we're about to take off right now.
Yeah, so put your foot on the brake. Go for it. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool.
Whoa!
Race was selected.
Oh my God! This is like a massage chair in my office.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's the only problem. You can't carry out the conversation and make close deals like you do when you
That
drive
is.
this car.
Oh yeah. What? All cash? I can't hear you. How long in escrow?
100% financing on a $30 million home. Well, let me get back to you.
So, all right. I mean, this is some serious power.
Yeah, this is not the loudest car I got. This McLaren, not McLaren. Actually, I think my Mansour is the loudest one.
But just
This
sitting
is
in
crazy.
that
Yeah.
is like, oh, do I
Yeah, it's like
do
a
I have to
cockpit.
give this back to him? I actually just put it in my pocket. I'm driving out of here with this thing.
Hey, can I get that back? Thank you.
But you
I don't
sit
trust
there.
this guy. You know he's a salesman.
So wait. So do you have? I meant to ask you this the other day. Do you have a background racing, or you just like
No,
beautiful
just-
supercars?
Oh, I just love cars. You know, my neighbor, 2005, Armin was my neighbor. He owned a Ferrari dealership.
Yeah.
So every weekend he had Ferraris, detailing Ferraris in his car. And like we became friends. And then I started finding a passion for fine line of the body of the car, the engine, the history, the legacy. And of course, McLaren's got a big legacy in Formula One.
Yeah.
Bugatti, yeah, over 100 years. And, the Pagani is fairly new automaker, but I started falling in love with rare automobiles because they're kind of like art, right, on wheels.
So
And
I'm an
this is
art
my
collector,
favorite, yeah.
and I agree with you.
Yeah.
So I have I got this beautiful Indian motorcycle in my house.
No way.
And it was one that
Cruiser
they.
or,
Yeah, big cruiser. It's awesome because I think it's a piece of art.
Sure.
And everyone's like, "Do you drive that?" I was like, "Nope, never driven it."
Yeah.
And but same thing is like this. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a piece of art.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, anything fine that you can enjoy and look at it. I mean, people buy art and they hang it on the wall, right? This one you can actually take to in and out.
That's what I like about you is you actually do take a multi-million-dollar car to in and out.
Yeah.
So
we
like-
did. It was awesome. I had to watch out for the curve. So It took me a
was
while.
I was in the drive-through at McDonald's the other day in the Rolls-Royce
Yeah.
Dawn.
You know,
and
it's pretty tight.
It's tight,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Something's wrong with this picture." It's pretty funny, but
Yeah, so this is probably the best masterpiece I've made. It took me 18 months with Hermes and Pagani, but take a look inside. You haven't seen this one before, have you?
I don't. Honestly, I don't remember. I always remember you have incredible
Yeah.
stuff, but
Thank you. Yeah, just the smell of all those cows. Like,
he said it, not me. I mean, this is a spaceship.
yeah, it's not the fastest car in my fleet. It's only 730 horsepower. But the detail, yeah, all the stitching. So all this was done in Paris. And then this is all laser cut for Edge for Hermes. And it comes with a 7-piece luggage set. You know, I feel like this is perfect for one of your $50 million listings. We can dump it in there and sell this for 10, sell the house for 40.
So I've done that before, just so you know. I have included everything from cars, planes, boats,
What? No
all
way.
of them. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. So what's the most expensive car you included on a house?
So I got a pretty interesting deal that I think you'd be interested in this. I sold one of the most expensive teardowns in Bel Air ever, which was a $25 million teardown. Wow. And in the garage, the guy had passed who lived there, so the estate was selling the house.
The kids.
And in the garage, I open up the doors, and there's a 1973 Ferrari Dino.
Wow.
In the garage.
And the kids had no idea what it is.
Oh, no, they knew, but they were just selling everything. They were liquidating the estate. And I look at it was almost like it was like lights on it waiting for me to open it, and you just hear like, ah!
Yeah, it's like a barn find.
I'm like, oh my God. And I negotiated it as part of my commission.
Get out.
And I drove away at the end of the deal. You know, some people hand over the keys. I handed over the keys to the house, and then I got the keys to the Ferrari. And since then,
how often that happens? That's motivation, guys.
There you go. And since then, listen, you know I negotiate everything, so everything's negotiable. Since then, I've taken that car, and I've put a lot of money into it and restored it. And I get it in 2 weeks. You're going to be one of the first people who see it. And it's going to be the nicest 1973 Ferrari Dino on the entire planet. You heard it here first.
Wow. We got to shoot that.
I want to. We'll do a drive.
Congrats.
We'll do a drive. Yeah.
Well, I don't own any Ferraris, but congrats on that. That's
one day you'll be successful enough to get one.
One day I'm going to get on this guy's level, and I want to get a Ferrari, guys.
So, and what's cool about you is how you actually enjoy these things. Because look, I follow you on Instagram. Obviously, you're a friend, and I love just watching your success, which I want to talk to you about. But you actually put these things. Like, you put them to the test. You drive them, you enjoy them.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Right.
You know?
So some people are so scared to drive them, but what's the point?
Yeah, you know, I got 2 little kids, and I don't have much time to spare on the weekends to drive these beautiful cars. But once in a while, I'll just call Nate or one of my employees, say, let's jump in, let's go to In-N-Out, you know?
Love it.
Have some fun with it. So push it to the limit.
Love it. Cool.
Yeah, so this is the Bugatti Rembrandt. This is only 3 made in the world, and this is the only one for US. So it's pretty cool because it's all carbon fiber and finished in bronze. 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, this is a serious car.
Yeah.
So I've driven one of these for about 3 weeks.
Get out.
It was a red one. And what I like about it is when you excel, it literally sounds like you're in a spaceship. And in the back you hear like shh, you know?
16-cylinder, 4 turbos, and the engine is right behind you, so you feel all that power.
Is this the Rembrandt?
Yeah, so Rembrandt Bugatti was the brother of Ettore Bugatti, that was the founder of Bugatti, and he was a sculpturist, and all he did was life-size elephant sculptures in bronze. So this car has a bunch of elephant sculptures on it, and then the whole car is done in bronze finish. So
it's cool. Beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful car. I would have to say my favorite out of everything in this garage is this one for sure.
No way.
Yeah. This is unbelievable.
Too. But driving wise, this takes the cake. This thing's McLaren P1 is basically a stealth. It's got the hybrid, technology, the electric motors, 8-cylinder twin turbo. And if we take this out today, we may not come back.
So I've seen this before.
Because it flies.
Because there was a guy before that had this. His name was Batman. His name was Batman. I'm pretty sure. So I have a listing in La Jolla. It's called the Razor House. It's one of the nicest and most expensive houses
I heard about that.
in La Jolla. And we have it for $25 million. And the house was the inspiration for the house in Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the guy that bought it, wasn't at the Rabbit Jacks, whatever? Is that the guy that bought it, like in the recession? That's not the same house?
No comment.
Ah, okay. That means you signed a disclosure, guys. Yeah. So, As you know, I got my mentorship program.
Oh yeah. By the way, super proud of you.
Not only we're friends, but everybody wanted to see what you got to say about high-end residential.
That's
So
what
figured
I don't know many things in life,
Yeah.
but I know
that
high-end
you do.
residential. Yeah.
So we'll knock out some questions, and then maybe we'll take some of my cars to my cigar lounge and have some fun, smoke some cigars.
Wait, let me. Stop
No.
twisting my arm.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
we get to take multi-million-dollar houses and go smoke cigars? Let me think about that for a second. Yes.
Unfortunately, the cars we're gonna drive, they're not on this side of the garage. They're on that side.
No.
Well, let me tell you, I got 4 SLRs that I haven't driven. I actually have 5. One of them is in the shop.
You see, with Manny, by the way, he saves money by having friends come over and drive the cars because he has to warm them up anyway.
Exactly.
So he's getting free work right now from me.
Engine light keeps coming on. So we're gonna you pick 4 SLRs. We'll pick 2 or 3 or 4, all 4.
Cool.
And drive them and put some.
I love it.
Put some metal to the pedal and
Let's do it.
warm them up.
Let's do it. All right, let's answer some questions. Cool. You guys want to learn about some high-end residential real estate? Let's talk about it.
There you go. All right, I'm sitting here with Josh Altman, the man of millionaire listings. He's a top broker in LA County, and guess what? He's got a bunch of listings in Orange County now. Congrats, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Good to
down.
see you. Always good to hang with you. My
Thank
good
you.
friend Manny. I mean, talk about success. I love surrounding myself with successful people. That's a lot of how I got to where I am today. And you're looking at one of the guys that I surround myself with.
Thank you. Thank you. You're doing wonderful, man. I wish I knew when I started my residential real estate. I was selling $100,000 condos. I didn't know how to write the offer, but yeah.
There you go.
Well, thanks for coming. As you know, I started my mentorship program. And
Of course I know. Everybody's talking about it.
And you know, not many are in commercial real estate. A lot of these younger kids, they're in residential real estate. And when I told them Josh Altman's coming to see me, they're like, oh, you know, ask him this question, that question. So they all have a ton of questions for you, as you can imagine.
So when I have a question in commercial real estate, I call Manny. When he has a question in residential, he calls me. So it's nice. It's a nice relationship.
Yeah, I've actually looked at a couple of your homes like a few years back, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So anyways, we'll get right to it, and I'm gonna read you some questions now.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Okay, my English is a little choppy, so bear with me. Let me get my pistachios. I'm just. So we got Dow. What are some tactics which us as buyers can use to ensure that our 20% below market offers are being presented to the agent and ensure that a counter offer is being presented back to us? I guess if they offer 20% below asking price, how can they make sure that's being seen by the seller, right?
So that's actually a good question.
Yeah.
I work with developers. I work with wholesalers, and a lot of times we throw lowball offers in, right? Offers that are way below what people are asking.
Yeah, just testing the market.
You got to test the market. We call it the throw it against the wall effect, right? And see what sticks. The thing is that sometimes you insult the people or you insult their agent because it's a low offer, and you don't know if it actually made it to the seller to even have a chance to counter because maybe the agent blocked it, which they shouldn't do. That's illegal. But maybe they don't even want to show it to them because it's low. So is there any way to guarantee that you're going to get a counter? So there's no guarantees in life except for taxes and death, right?
Yep.
But the best way that you could guarantee to get it back is a couple different things. One is you got to write a letter along with the lowball offer. And you got to explain why you're coming up to that. Nothing is going to piss somebody off more than just saying, hey, I'll offer you this, it's low, and no explanation. If you explain where you're coming from, then at least you're justifying why you're coming in at that price. And therefore, they're going to take it less personally.
Correct.
They might argue it back, which is fine, which is all about negotiation. But that way you're going to get a better chance of getting a counteroffer. Look, I've gone as far as dropping offers on people's doorstep to make sure that they get it. Just to make sure that people get back to us. And a lot of times if I don't hear back, I'll offer again a week later or offer again 2 weeks later. And I'll constantly offer. Some of the best deals that I've ever seen have come together with a horrible first offer. And if I didn't tell my clients, don't take anything personally in real estate. It's all numbers. It's an investment. There's nothing personal. Actually, which is more with commercial, but a lot of the times with residential, people
they get emotionally involved.
Yeah, they get emotional.
It's
so
their home. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you don't take anything personal and you always counter back no matter what, some deals do actually end up coming together, and some of the greatest deals I've ever done have come together.
So basically, do your homework. If you're gonna lowball, have reasons why you're lowballing, and get more personable with the seller. Otherwise, you're gonna just insult him by throwing in a couple of pages of LOI and lowballing him.
That's
right?
it.
All right, great input. So Ash, how did they get started, and what got them to where they are today and such a high profile client? What recommendations do you have for us that are just starting out fresh?
All right, so that's a good question. So how did my brother and I, the Altman brothers, how did we get to where we are today? A lot of people who know our story know, we came out to LA. We didn't have 2 dimes to rub together. We actually slept on the couch at a fraternity house that we weren't even part of the fraternity of. And I started in the mailroom.
Great story, by the way. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Started in the mailroom making, $6.50 an hour, and so did my brother, and worked our way up from there.
That's a great start. That's twice as much as I made.
Well, you know what? You're a little older than me. Ouch! 650 then was actually 450 when he's.
No, 350 is what I was making.
Oh,
that was back in 1986.
You see, I was only, I was 7. I was 7.
Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, good. So
where did you go from the mailroom?
So from the mailroom, we always surround ourselves with mentors, my brother and I. And a lot of the people who we were surrounding ourselves with and delivering mail to while we were in the mailroom were successful people, and we always like to pick their brains. So whenever I got a paycheck, I would put half of it aside, and I would use that money to take the successful people in the company that I worked for out to lunch.
Wow, I love that.
And it was funny because what was interesting was all these people, this wasn't a real estate company, but all these people who were successful also talked about making money in real estate. And that piqued my interest, because I said, how is it possible that you can be an expert in one thing, but also make money in real estate at the same time? And from then on, we decided that the next year, we were gonna save every penny we could. And that was, so my brother and I, literally, it was cup of noodles every night, ramen soup, all that, and real cheap stuff. And eventually, at the end of the year, I had $5,000 to my name. My brother saved $5,000 to his name. We put the 10 grand together. We walked into a bank and we bought a $400,000 condo.
Wow.
Fast forward, 3 months later, we flipped the condo. We sold it for 600 grand. We made $200,000 profit. And the rest is history.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And you know what's the best part? Now people are taking you out to lunch.
Yeah, and you know what? I love doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why, I have my program. That's why you have your program. For me, the true success is when you're able to teach and share and give back to the amazing real estate community that has given us so much, and pass it on to the next generation.
Amen, brother.
There you go. There you go.
Love it. Okay, next one, Jesse.
By the way, just so you know, even Manny's cappuccino maker in here looks like it was $1 million. The fact that you got everything lined up on the wall here, this is a big deal. So everything, and I will tell you something. You can tell a lot about a person by a couple different things. How they dress, what their desk looks like, or this or that. You being a perfectionist in here translate to you being a perfectionist in commercial real estate.
And at home.
And at home.
Which is difficult.
And so you're so careful, and you're always ready to go. You're ready for battle, which is what I like to say. You're ready to pull the trigger when it comes to buying a place, because you're always prepared. And preparation is the key to success. So things like that, when I see that, besides thinking you're a little crazy, that's why you're successful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's go to Jesse. Josh is a humble person. You are? I'm just kidding.
That must have been my wife using a different name.
Josh is a humble person. 7 years ago, he and his then girlfriend Heather hosted the grand opening of my new Covina office. No way, Covina office. I truly appreciate them taking the time to join us that day. I've been in the real estate business for over 25 years. and met a lot of top agents and brokers. Josh is the real deal. He sure is. My question for you
I love that, by the way. I remember that, and
no way.
I do a lot. I do a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of openings of offices and appearances, and I love doing that. I love seeing real estate businesses being born and where they are today.
Inspiring others to do the same. Yeah, awesome. So her question is, with discount brokers like Amazon, Zillow, and other using technology and marketing, the consumers with rebates and discounts, commissions for real estate services, how do you add value to your clients? I guess, how do you battle that technology edge?
It's a great question. For me, it's, the computer can only take it so far, but the human interaction is what ends up closing the deal. I mean, what we deal with all day long is
especially
emotional.
on your level of listings.
Yeah, I mean, look.
You don't sell track homes, I'm guessing.
Right. Well, we'll sell everything, we'll sell anything. But yes, if it's a track home, that's one of 37 in a row, and anybody can do a comp because it's the same exact house. It's a little of a different story. But at the end of the day, the emotional aspect of high-end residential real estate, no computer can touch that.
Yeah, I agree. Good point. All right, Kunal, for first-time homeowner in Orange County, what areas would you recommend? You're not from Orange County, but you are getting your feet wet in Orange County.
I am.
Questions in probably what areas, and what are the biggest red flags in looking at a property?
Well, look, I always say this, and no matter where you are in the world, in the country, wherever you are watching this, I always say when it comes to real estate, it's always better to spend a little more money on a better location, because in high markets and low markets, obviously prices change. But in a low market, prime locations always get hit the least.
I agree.
And
they weather the storm better.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm always all up for spending a little more, even if the house is not as nice in the prime area. I would do that because investment-wise, over time, the trophy areas are the ones that are going to hold and go up.
Yeah, I agree. Good point. All right, Jake, I look up to you, Josh, and one day would love the opportunity to be on his team. Has Josh ever considered having another intern after Jacob? I don't know who's Jacob. I would love the opportunity to sit down with you and meet with you. Just graduated from high school and now working in real estate, but would love the opportunity to work with you. Well, obviously, is shouting out to you for internship.
You know what's cool is number one is you never know unless you ask.
Yep.
That's the first step. In real estate, you can never be shy. The fact that this kid just graduated high school and he's already reaching out like that, I can tell you if he works for me or interns for me or not, he's going to be successful. Yeah. I love that. He mentioned Jacob, who started as an intern for me. In fact, I was driving my 427 Cobra down Sunset Boulevard on Sunday morning about 8 years ago. And Jacob pulls up in his mom's station wagon. And he was just going into college, and he's like, I need to work for you. And I was like, man, this guy's crazy. And I sped up ahead. I was in a pretty fast car. He caught up to me at the light, and eventually I ended up hiring him as an intern.
Very cool.
And during college, every weekend he would come back and show houses. He just turned 23. He is now a partner at the Altman Brothers.
Wow.
And that 23-year-old kid just made $1 million last year.
Wow. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what does. That's amazing.
Yep. Started working for free, never complained, always worked hard, and that's it. Never asked for any free handouts. He went out there, he learned, he became an expert, and
you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. So back to real estate market.
Yeah.
Where do you see the market going? I mean, you're a mover and shaker when it comes to high-end residential, and I do commercial, so I'd love to get your insight on that end of the market.
So the real estate market right now is very interesting. There's a lot of highs and lows, all at the same time. Where I am in the LA market, there'll be a record that's broken one week, and then somebody loses millions of dollars the next week on a property. It's all over the place.
And when did this switch happen?
It happened, in my opinion, it happened about 14 months ago.
Yep.
When we started to see all of the high-end inventory starting to hit. And these were people, all these developers and investors that we sold houses to 2.5 years ago.
Supply went up.
Yeah, so they're all finishing at the same time right now. And there's a lot of supply, which means that the prices come down a little bit. And I think that the next 24 months, if you're a real estate investor, is going to be a prime time for you to get your money together and get your funds ready to go, because there's going to be a lot of great real estate investment opportunities. And I personally am selling a couple properties right now because I want to be cash heavy for the next 2 years. Because look, the mentors, and you can attest to this because you've done this better than anybody, buying in low markets, you know, when the markets are down, that's where people make the most money.
You make your money on the buy. Yeah, something goes on $3 million, you just made $3 million, because you will always come back up if you hang on and weather the storm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, I see the same viewing commercial. I mean, it's kind of like the sea level, right? All boats rise and go down at the same time.
Right.
And all asset classes right now. The bond market tells you everything. The bond market fear factor, you know, it's going down. People are fleeing and buying bonds for safety, and that tells me people are paranoid.
Yep.
You know, and sellers are doing more price reduction. They're getting motivated. And yeah, I'm with you. And I'm actually excited, you know. The past 7-8 years been boring. I've just been buying cars. 'Cause I've been waiting for a recession. You know,
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And a good agent, a good investor, a smart investor is able to weather the storms because they're good at what they do. They see opportunity where other people don't see opportunity.
Yep.
And the ones who stick with it for the long run end up winning.
Yep. I've seen it over and over. Well, Josh, thanks for coming down. But before you leave, you're gonna have to drive some of my cars. And you smoke cigars. We're gonna go to my cigar lounge and have some fun, smoke some cigars. So guys, make sure you follow Josh Altman, the Altman brothers, and also the Josh Altman.
That's right. Check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, and you
got a new program coming up.
Again,
tell us about that.
Yeah. So this is for real estate agents.
Yep.
Strictly for real estate agents that want to be rock star agents.
Awesome.
Listen, everything we just spoke about right now, that's just the beginning.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe below and check out my mentorship program as well. And now we're gonna go drive some fun cars and smoke some Cuban cigars.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Stop making deals.
Dude, I got a big one closing right now.
Way.
Yeah.
Nice. So Josh,
Yeah.
this is the moment we're gonna drive some cars. So today we have choices of 4 cars.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they're all the same.
Well, so I'm gonna go with you know what? I like these.
Okay, you take the silver one.
Fine.
I'll take the gray one.
Done.
We'll go to my Cubano room, smoke some cigars.
Come on, let's roll.
And who knows? We may make a deal over it.
I love the Cabana room, by the way.
All right, let's do it. Welcome to Cubano room. All right, whoa, it's humid in here.
Jesus. Look at this, you got the Habiki.
Bring it. This is good stuff. Somebody gifted it to me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you want
When
have
I was
some?
in Japan, this is all I drank.
No way.
Yeah, it's amazing.
down.
Yes, definitely. It's good whiskey.